49, section 211, cholesterol, which is a known factor in coronary heart disease and stroke, needs a carrier known as a lipoprotein to transport it through the bloodstream. Okay? Low-density lipoproteins, LDLs, increase the risk of coronary heart disease and stroke, but we can tentatively conclude that high-density lipoproteins, HDLs, help prevent coronary heart disease and stroke. Wait. I thought you said that cholesterol needs a lipoprotein to carry it through the bloodstream, which would make me think that all lipoproteins would increase coronary heart disease and stroke. I'm surprised that these HDLs actually prevent. How come? First, aerobic exercise increases one's level of HDLs. Whoa, wait a second. They're already confusing cause and effect there. Or confusing correlation with causation for sure. Like, exercise increases your HDLs, therefore HDLs prevent heart disease? No, exercise prevents heart disease. You don't know if, exercise also makes you look better in your bathing suit, but looking better in the bathing suit isn't preventing heart disease. It's the exercise that's preventing heart disease. Does that make sense? So I'm not buying that first premise. Second, HDL levels are higher in women than in men, and both aerobic exercise and being female are positively, again, it's being female for whatever reason that makes you less likely to have heart disease. It's not the HDLs that females happen to have, not necessarily. So they're just getting cause and effect screwed up here. They're confusing correlation for causation. Each of the following, if true, strengthens the argument except. Okay, so there's going to be 4 strengtheners here. That's good because this is like a very shitty argument. 4 of these are going to help somewhat. One of them is going to be irrelevant or actually a weakener. A says HDLs, unlike LDLs, help the body excrete cholesterol. Oh, well, that would strengthen the idea that HDLs are good for you. Or they're going to help you get rid of heart disease because we know cholesterol is bad for that. B, persons who are overweight tend to have a higher risk of early death due to coronary heart disease and stroke, and tend to have low levels of HDLs. Man, that's another correlation. I think that has the same problem as the given argument, which is just confusing correlation for causation. So I wouldn't be surprised if that turns out to be the answer. We already have correlation to causation errors. I feel like B just compounds that. So I'm hoping now that C, D, and E will all strengthen so that I can pick B. C, HDLs are less easily removed from the bloodstream than are HDLs. I'm really stretching to make that into a strengthener, but I'm not finding it. If we're trying to say that HDLs are going to help you to prevent heart disease, what does C have to do with that? So that's a worse answer than B, because B was at least giving me a correlation, it was like reinforcing a correlation at least between HDLs and less heart disease, or lack of HDLs and more heart disease. So B at least gives me another data point to reinforce that correlation. C doesn't do anything. D, a high level of HDLs mitigates the increased health risks associated with LDLs. Sure, that means HDLs are helping you avoid cholesterol or helping you avoid heart disease. E, men whose level of HDLs is equal to the average level for women have been found to have lower risk of coronary heart disease. Again, that's just reinforcing a correlation at least between HDLs and less heart disease. So B and E, neither of those are any good, but C is worse. So B and E are like very weak strengtheners because they just give you kind of more correlations, which we already had. C is just, you can't even make a case for it as a strengthener. That's why the answer here is C.